You ask ChatGPT a question. It sounds confident. Totally certain. But it just made up a fake study that never existed. And it believed it while typing. That's AI hallucination. And here's the insane part, mathematically, it had no choice. In the next 10 minutes, you're going to learn exactly why this happens. Not the marketing version, the actual math. By the end, you'll understand why hallucinations aren't a glitch. They're baked into how these systems work. First, what actually is an AI hallucination? It's not random gibberish. It's the model taking its best guess. Imagine a game of telephone with 175 billion neurons instead of kids. Each neuron passes a tiny piece of information forward. By the end, something gets mangled. But the system doesn't know it's mangled. It just sees the most likely next word. Here's the thing, AI doesn't store facts like a Wikipedia database. It stores patterns. It learned the Eiffel Tower is in Paris not as a labeled fact, but as probability weights across millions of parameters. When you ask a question, it's not retrieving data. It's generating the next word based on what's statistically likely. And sometimes, the most likely word sounds real but isn't. This gets worse. The model is optimized to be confident. During training, it gets rewarded for sounding sure. So when it's 51% certain versus 49%, it still outputs text with total conviction. Imagine a student who studied for 5 minutes versus 5 hours. Both raise their hand. The AI can't tell the difference, it just commits. And here's the math that really breaks it. Every token, every word the model outputs is based on what came before it. So if it makes a small mistake early, the next word has to follow from that mistake. It compounds. A tiny error cascades into an elaborate false claim. And the model doesn't have a go back button. So why not just add a fact checker? You can. But it's expensive and slow. Retrieval Augmented Generation (RAG) plugs the AI into a database so it can look up real facts. But pure prediction is faster, cheaper, and for most everyday questions, it works. The trade-off? Hallucinations. Speed and cost versus accuracy. So AI doesn't hallucinate because it's broken. It hallucinates because it's doing exactly what it was designed to do, predict the next most likely token based on patterns. Confidence without fact-checking. That's the math. The real question is, as these models get bigger and better at sounding right, how do we know what to trust? That's on us to figure out. Drop a comment. What was the craziest AI hallucination you've ever seen?